All right. So yesterday we had an opportunity to sit down and have an interview with Congressman Byron Donalds. Usually we have a Thursday morning visit. He was busy, as you can imagine, but I came back here to Radio Row, pulled up a table, had him, and we pre-recorded an interview. And during the interview, surprise, surprise, we had a special guest who popped in and crashed the party. And I'm not kidding. It was crashing the party. So you're going to get to hear that and find out who it is in this crazy interview with Congressman Byron Donalds. And listen, I started the conversation by saying, I like Washington, D.C. I like CPAC being here. No doubt about it. But I love Florida. And if I'm going to be honest, listen, I like being in Florida. And I asked him, listen, is that a bad thing to say that I like being in Florida as opposed to D.C.?
I would want to be in Florida, too. I'm not going to lie. I would want to be there, too. No, it was great in Florida. I think it's probably just because of schedules.
Yeah.
Because a lot of members were here this week. I mean, we were all here this week, so.
Yeah. So what's it been like this year? Overall, your thoughts. And then the other thing I'm curious about is, look, I people talking to you all the time. You're walking down here and you're getting stopped all the time. So I'm curious to find out what people are saying to you. What are they telling you?
Honestly, they're just appreciative of somebody just being direct, using common sense, and not being afraid to do it. You know, a lot of keep goings, a lot of thank yous for just saying that something needs to be said, and not just saying it, but also trying to work on the solutions.
Yeah.
I mean, most people don't. Some people know. A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
And I came up in the Tea Party movement, so I was a political activist for a long time.
Congressman Byron Donalds joining us this morning on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. So I wake up yesterday morning to the news, which I thought was funny. Speaker McCarthy, H.R. 5. It's like Parents' Bill of Rights. Mm-hmm. We're talking about it in D.C. Mm-hmm. Hey, I think we've talked about it before in Florida. I'm thinking that's great, but I'm also thinking right away, man, we are setting the pace here in the country, aren't we? People are looking at the state. There's no doubt. You have to hear that all the time. Not only what you're doing, but what the state's doing, and how many people probably thank you all the time, and even everything that's been happening since you were there and making your way here to D.C.
Yeah. I mean, look, we're the leader.
Yeah.
We are the epicenter of the conservative movement of the party. We're setting the pace. We're setting the agenda, and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because the difference is people have chosen our state, and they continue to choose our state day after day after day, and our policy set hasn't dramatically changed. We're just moving conservatism into these other areas that's taking a while to get there.
Yeah.
And so, it's really gratifying to see. I was in Missouri a couple weeks ago, and Missouri is a pinkish state now. It used to be a purple state, used to be a blue state. And they're like, well, how do we become Florida? I'm like, just be consistent.
Right.
I said, because Florida, the real story of Florida is that we've had 30 years of consistent Republican governance. Sometimes it was more conservative than others, but it's been consistent Republican governance.
Right.
It's so difficult for the left to get a foothold in that. Just like how it's difficult for us in California, where they've had 40 years of terrible liberal governance.
Yeah.
So I think that's the
Wait,
that's
look
the
who's
story.
behind you.
We
Hold
just
on.
keep going.
Lauren Boebert.
Lauren Boebert,
Wait,
by the way,
listen,
ladies
she's
and
right there.
gentlemen.
Come, wait.
Is she here?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Oh my gosh.
Can you grab a mic? Can you come on with us?
Sure
All right, hold on. Let me get a microphone here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hold on.
ladies and gentlemen, you're about to witness and hear the melodious tone of the gentle lady from the great state of Colorado, Miss Lauren Boebert.
Byron, I hope I'm not interrupting here. You look very congressional.
Hold on, let me
very
get this.
serious.
Let me get this. Oh,
She
no.
doesn't have
All right,
it yet.
Give her your mic.
I don't want to give Lauren my mic.
You have to.
Okay.
It's because for some
Ladies
reason
and
I can't.
gentlemen, Lauren Boebert.
All right, take that mic. Go ahead and
just taking the place
just
of
go ahead and grab
the
it.
great
Go ahead.
Byron Donalds. I'm going to remain standing because we're the same size with Byron Donalds sitting as I am standing.
She
so.
said that, didn't she?
I did. What are we talking about, Byron?
Everything. Whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about defunding wokeism. That's what I want to do.
All right.
We got a debt ceiling battle coming up. We got appropriations where we can get the policy right. And every federal agency that has gone woke. We need to see what programs are making them woke and defund those, whether it's the Department of Education, the Department of Justice, our military, and so much more. This is what is destroying our country. We've got to get critical race theory out of our schools, this comprehensive sex ed, it's absolutely setting our children up for failure. It's confusing them. And so there's a lot of things that we have to do when it comes to defunding that. We have to actually exercise the power of the purse and then the power of the pen when it comes to writing the policies to prove to the American people that we deserve this majority and we deserve to keep this majority in 2024.
And I might say you'd be surprised how the American people will react when you do things. Like when you don't just say it, but you do it. And then when you end up doing it, that's when they react and say, hey, you know what? All right. So they're putting their money where their mouth is. They're actually doing it.
Yeah, do what you said you were going to do.
And
don't campaign one way and govern another.
Right. Hold on a second, Drew. I noticed how your energy level picked up when Lauren started talking. So I'm going to just let her have the microphone.
No. That's how you get out of interviews.
Here. Okay, here.
Look, the host is ready to be done. We're just going to interview one another, Byron.
I'm going to interview the gentle lady right now.
It's all you. Go.
So, Congresswoman Boebert, other than the woke weaponized stuff in our government, what is a hot topic for you that we need to get done in Washington, D.C.?
That's the question I was going to ask. I told him
I took your question. It's my question now.
Byron, you're the dollars guy, you're the money guy, but we have to rein in this spending. I think we need to actually enforce the Holman Rule on some of these bureaucrats and target their salary for abusing their positions, and that has to be a signal that's sent all throughout the bureaucracy during the appropriations process that we mean business. If you are abusing the position that you have, maybe we can't fire you, but we sure can cut your pay.
Okay, now, that was good. Now, last question for you, because then I got to get you out of here.
I'll get out of here. I'll leave.
No, she said she
I
has.
I gotta go to the airport.
No, she said she has lots of time. So take your time.
I gotta go pick up my husband from the airport.
Okay, real quick. Last question. You're on oversight.
Yes.
With a certain congresswoman from New York City.
Yes.
What's that been like for you so far?
I think when she's not reading her notes, she's pretty quiet. She doesn't really have much to say otherwise, right? But oversight, we have the gavel, and we are actually conducting oversight as we should. I'm also serving on oversight with a gentleman from Florida, Byron Donalds. And, it's really great that we are able to be in there and fight together and hold these people accountable, whether it comes to the executives from Twitter that Elon Musk fired, or the Border Patrol agents who are ousting Joe Biden and his terrible policies, or the waste, fraud, and abuse from all the COVID money that was sent out. There is so much that we can do with oversight, and I'm ready to ramp it up even more. I'm fine if we have a 4-day weekend session in Washington, D.C. to have hearings all 4 days. I'm here for it. We need to bring in the ATF. They have completely abused their separation of powers and somehow think that they are lawmakers. Byron, I think you and I are lawmakers, not the ATF.
We're lawmakers.
Yes, and they want
agree.
to make millions of Americans felons with this pistol brace rule that they've created, which is completely unconstitutional, unjust, and these are the people that we need to come in and make them answer to us for the American people.
Ladies and gentlemen of Southwest Florida, let me say one other thing. What most people don't know is that Congresswoman Boebert is also the fashionista of Congress. Like, she is out here trendsetting all the time, and then she brings the fire in committees. She is one of our great members. Colorado loves you. We love you in Southwest Florida. But you got to get off the airwaves now, because you're making me look bad.
Hey, I just got to say, I don't wear heels because they're cute. I wear them because they give me authority. Nobody takes me serious at 5'0". You get those few extra inches, all of a sudden you have a little bit more authority, and people take you seriously. So, all right, I'll see you.
And before you go, this is the kind of, we do this every week, okay? This is the kind of fun we have, so you have to come back on.
Oh, you don't think we have fun?
No, I'm saying with us
All right,
on the station.
I'll come on and see you sometime. Thanks.
Okay,
Byron,
good to see you.
It was a pleasure.
All right, that was great. Congresswoman Lauren Boebert stopping by and taking the mic.
She took the mic from me.
She
what
did.
can I do?
That was
She took the mic.
That was great.
Yeah.
I don't even. Where do you want to go? We're still going.
Where else do we go from there?
We're still on, so I don't know. I don't even know where we were.
No, look. I think the other thing is important. There's so much work we have to do just to get back to level setting, And I think right now we have to level set. Lauren was talking about all of the different woke agendas. I'm on the RSC Budget Task Force.
Yeah.
We're going through line by line these different programs about climate equity
Right.
and social justice. It's embedded in so many different agencies, so many different departments. You got to get that stuff out of there.
But, and I really meant what I said to her
Yeah.
because I think it's important. I think that's the other thing that we don't give enough credit to in the state of Florida. When you were there, Tallahassee, with the governor right now, and with the supermajority that we have, they're getting it done. Like, they're saying, okay, we're going to stop this. You talk about ESG, you talk about woke politics, you talk about the things that the governor has been talking about, and then you do it. People want that. They respect that, and they vote for that.
Yeah.
So I think when you deliver that to Florida and you see, and everybody says, well, how are you doing it there? Well, I just explained that to you. Do it in D.C. and watch what happens here.
Look, I think if we make Washington like Florida, oh man,
Can you?
our country would be on such a trajectory.
Yep.
We would set the pace for the world again.
Yeah.
We would be the rejuvenized innovation hub in the world.
Yep.
Our capital markets will be second to none. Our military would be able to handle all conflicts to the point where there, frankly, probably wouldn't be many conflicts at all.
Yeah.
Because the other countries would be like, yeah, we're not really messing with them. They mean business.
Right.
And then the biggest part of all, this is where it's personal for me, man, kids from any walk of life will be able to excel and achieve in this country.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
No more, no less.
All right, Congressman Byron Donalds joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. All right, I appreciate it. That
All right,
was
see you, my
great.
friend.
Hey, we got to do that again. Next time you come on and
Yeah.
you think about it, you get Congressman Boebert to call too, and we can do the same thing.
Okay.
Except I'll be home and you'll be here, or
Okay.
maybe there, whatever the case.
All right, we'll do it.
All right, we're going to take a break. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Oh, all right. Well, we're not going to take a break just yet. Okay, so there's my pre-record there.
That
with
was great. Byron's wife is good because she fills in here.
Yep.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, so Daybreak with Byron Donalds.
We should be nervous.
Yeah.
Well, you
I am.
should.
I always am. But anyway, that's a whole other subject.
Cut it out.
But anyway, yeah, so that was how yesterday started. When I came back to the row, it was the conversation with the congressman, and then Congresswoman Boebert crashes the party. It was cool.
Is there a